Hey, what's up, YouTube? Scott, Team High Heads. Right now, just want to give you a quick deck profile of Spyrals. Playing this deck since like March. Fell in love with it, so just waiting for the new support to come out. So, without further ado, here's my deck profile. Alright, first we're going to start out with probably the most broken card right now in Yu-Gi-Oh! Spyral Quick Fix. You always got to run a mandatory 3 of him. His effect is once per turn, and it's just stupidly broken. Next up, running 3 super agents. You can run 2 and 1 tough. All depends on your personal preference. Personally, I like running 3 super agents just because I just like the deck. Next up, running 2 drones. Drone helps you get your combos going, especially with at least knowing what your opponent's next card is going to be, so you can get your double helix plays going, your super agent plays going. So most people only run 1. I prefer 2, just in case I banish the first one. I can recur him back with resort. Next up is something spicy that I personally like, is 2 sleepers. It doesn't come up very often, but having 2 sleepers on board is a problem for most decks that they can't handle. You're popping 4 cards, so yeah. Next up, my one-ofs, running one last resort. Normally you'll equip him the sleeper. I slide the other one just in case. Equip him to any Spyral monster just so you got protection. And the last of the Spyral monsters is one master plan. Once Double Helix comes out, or when Double Helix was announced, she became relevant, because before Double Helix she wasn't relevant in any Spyral decks. So I'm glad to see that she's more relevant now.
Time for the twist.
And this is my own little twist for Spyrals. I run the True Draco engine side. So I'm running 2 masterpieces. Through playtesting, I find that a lot of boards can't deal with a double helix, a masterpiece, and a sleeper, and with a decode talker somewhere on board. It's kind of hard for them to play around it. So I like this little addition. It's not like most Spyral decks that's going to be played from now on. So I try to map down a little different niche, not try to follow the mold. So and I also played 1 Ignis Heat. I chose him over Massey Main just for the searchability of the spells, because me trying to get monsters to my hand is really not advancing my game state any. So just wanted him, and the last I forgot, and the last Spyral I play is tough. Most times I side tough out. So
For what?
Probably the other last resort, but his popping effect helps. So it's a situational type of thing. So that's my monster lineup. All right. Next up, doing my spells lineups. So running triple Spyral Resort, always a staple in this deck. Next up, playing triple Diagram. For the times where you want to pop Quick Fix to get them engraved and just summon them back. So yeah. Next up, triple Terraforming.
Absolutely must.
I'm waiting to get the ultimate rare Terraformings. I'm trying to bring this deck out, but these combos I have to do for right now. Next up, what makes Quick Fix so broken? Machine Dupe. Summon Quick Fix, activate Machine Dupe. And
GG.
That's where all the plays happen at.
Through the hour-long combos happening.
Next up, I'm playing double Heritage and double Disciples. So they're pretty self-explanatory. Next up, playing Double Big Red. You just get your Spyral monsters back from grave, including Double Helix. So, yeah. And for my one-ofs, one Foolish, one for one, and one fully armed. I originally was playing two fully armed, but it never actually comes up as often as I would like to have double fully armed equipped to a monster. So that's about it. Next up is my traps. Just let me know. Next up, trap lineup. Double utility wire just for the searches for quick fix. It comes up not as often as you would think, but it does come up when you need it to happen. It happens, especially against pendulums. They'll summon Joker, activate that. They can't get their search off since he just bounces any card on any face-up card on the field back to the top of the deck. So it helps. Next up, one Apocalypse, one Rescue, and one Return. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what these two do, so I'll talk about Rescue. Rescue's effect allows you to grab a Spyral monster from your graveyard and add it back to your hand, but its most pertinent use is its graveyard effect, where you can banish it to special summon any Spyral monster from your graveyard. And it's not once per turn, so if you're playing multiple of these, you banish all 2 or 3, you get Spyral monsters back on the board. And that's my trap lineup right now. Next up, extra deck. Extra deck is pretty quick. I'm playing one Dulan. Dulan's effect is he gains 200 for every Ghost Trick card on the field, and its effect is a quick effect. Detach one, target a monster, cut his attack in half. So I really don't make him that often, but he's okay. I like him. Next up, one of the best rank ones in Yu-Gi-Oh right now, Sylvan Princess Sprite. Yes. Simple fact: detach one, go to the top card of your deck, spell a trap, add it to your hand, so the monster go to grave. For the simple fact, in this deck, I really don't care what any of my monsters do in grave, since like I always just can special summon them back with the effect of Rescue, with the effect of Big Red. So I like her. Next up is F-Zero. For the times where I got Princess Sprite with no material or Dulan with no material, just go into F-Zero and just go have fun. Next up, my Link monsters. One Mrs. Radiant, self-explanatory. One Gaia Saber. One Proxy Dragon. One Deco Talker. And one Topological Bomber Dragon. This is supposed to be a firewall. I couldn't get my hands on a firewall in time to make this profile, but if I had a firewall, this would replace Topological. And last of the Link monsters, these are proxies until I can get the double helix this Saturday.
Sneak peek.
Yeah, for the sneak peek Saturday. Triple double helix. I see a lot of people only running 2 double helixes and 2 firewalls, but since I don't have the firewall, I'd rather run triple of the double helixes. It doesn't come up that often to where I run out of resources for these guys, but I just like running the 3 of them as of right now. So this is my Spyral True Draco deck profile, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Team Hotheads, Scott signing off.